Rightio, everyone. Oh, welcome.
Oh, we just have a couple of microphone issues. So
I know.
here we go.
It's going to be a bit in and out. Could be.
All right, just while we sort out our batteries and microphones, welcome to game 2 of the semi-finals of Statewide Stampede, hosted by Gippsland Ranges all the way out here in Warragul. Yes. Yes.
It's really exciting to have a brand new team in our tournament this year, and they've stepped up and hosted as well.
And it's a wonderful venue. Thank you so much, Steve, for hosting us. For our next matchup, we're going to have Team Regional Victoria taking on Ballarat Roller Derby. Now, skating today for Team Regional Victoria, we have 142 Mama Mayhem, 171 Honeybee, 19 Cow Crusher, 222 Jack Rabbit, 226 Steve, 33 Swoop, 333 Dragonfly, 444 Pins and Needles, 68 Bender, 76 Lady Killerton, 88 Monk, and 91 Sharp Cheddar.
All right. Zero one zero one five. One zero four six three so 106 Sasha Sugarhand 127 Carol Barrett 142 J Rex 166 Birdie 266 Beck 42 Rebecca 47 Alice 606 Icarus Smickerus 814 OG and 99 Gussie.
And they will be overseen by a wonderful crew of officials today. So, for our officials, we have Leo Slayer, Shred Bundy, Detention, Achilles Wheels, Crush, Crackerjack, Toots, Commander Chaos, Tessie Devil, and Buster Handy.
Along with a Gary, a Lankenstein, Killer Curls, a Richardy Grub, Rexy Whistledown, Killer Hurts, General Pain, and Al. And while we're getting ready to hear the first whistle, I'd also like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the lands on which we play and spectate today and extend that respect to any Indigenous peoples here today.
It feels like we've timed that very well. Both teams on the jam start line, getting ready to get underway. And I know those two jammers. Up first, we'll have Pins and Needles jamming for TRV in the white jerseys today, and OG in the black jerseys for the Rat Pack.
And we're all ready to get underway. All right, so we are go for this first jam.
That was a quick lead there for OG after some lovely offensive help from Alice.
So
That's Pins and Needles finding themselves a little bit stuck behind some excellent Rat Pack defense at the back, being recycled there by Rebecca.
and we have our first set of points for the game with Ballarat Roller Derby now on 4. And we have had a star pass already.
Already set as Steve as our new jammer. Couple of recycles there, but helmet cover on head as OG comes through for another scoring pass.
Both these teams have had very strong seasons, especially with the double headers.
Yeah, absolutely. TRV also trying to figure out where both teams had their wins this year. TRV coming up victorious against C.
And that was done in Geelong.
Yeah, I believe so. And Ballarat also having a wonderful season, as well as OG still fighting at the front, looking for more points. 12 points on the board already.
I think it's been a very big derby year, but it's also been a very condensed derby year.
Yeah, it feels like there's been a lot happening in a short period of time. Steve's still working hard against very, very nice Rat Pack defense. Rebecca and Alice with another recycle.
Okay, and that's the jam called, and that was a handy 20 points for Ballarat.
And nice to see a full 2-minute jam to start us off as well.
Oh, and it looks like Jack Rabbit is going to be. Oh no, Mad Stacks against Honeybee.
Mad Stacks and Honeybee. Mad Stacks actually moving up from modified contact earlier this year. They've been doing really well.
Really well. I love this time of year because we do get a lot of mod-con skaters leveling up.
Yeah, absolutely. And experiencing full contact derby and just thriving as well. Honeybee pushing hard at the back of the pack there as Mad Stacks tries to outmaneuver. And Honeybee finding a gap, lead jammer.
Okay.
Mad Stacks also through on their initials. Honeybee looks to maximise some points.
And that was a short, sharp jam there.
1 point collected, but that is TRV on the board.
Yes. The only downside about this time of year is that we don't get to see our mod-con skaters on track. But we are very unique in Victoria to have such a dedicated mod-con.
Absolutely.
Dream.
Jack Rabbit and the Flaming Hot Pants for TRV up against Feral Ferret for the Rat Pack. Ooh, bit of a stumble, but everyone's up and all right. Oh, good attempt for a knockout by Swoop, but it is Feral Ferret with lead for the Rat Pack.
And Ballarat also went to TGSS.
Yeah, had a very successful campaign.
So a lot of the teams here. I am excited for the next game because the next game was a game at TGSS that I called.
The rematch.
It's a rematch.
And while we've been chit-chatting, this is a power jam now for Feral Ferret and the Rat Pack. Jack Rabbit being sent to the penalty box for a cut.
Oh dear.
It happens.
Yeah, so, you know, there's a few settles to do.
And there is no rope under our tape today, so it's a bit harder for our jammers to really know when they're on the edge there. Feral Ferret through with 4 more handy points for the Rat Pack as Jack Rabbit back from the penalty box, star in hand.
So this is the second game of 5 today. We're here till nearly 7 o'clock tonight, with our last game starting at 5. So if you're at home and you're thinking, it's a nice day for a drive, come on down.
It's a lovely day for an indoor sport.
Exactly.
Big hit on that entrance back into the pack by Jack Rabbit, trying to move Alice and Rebecca out the way. There was a star pass, but the jam has timed out then. Another very handy 16 points for Ballarat.
Yeah. Though in saying that, for those who may not be as familiar with our sport, just because it looks like a big points difference, all it takes is 1 or 2 power jams and it's flipped.
Absolutely. when describing roller derby to people who may not be as familiar, I generally count anything within 20 to 30 points. It's a very close game. And it honestly, score changes very quickly, as we've seen two big gems from Ballarat. But we have a nice lead here for pins and needles for TRV, looking to put some points back in their favour.
Exactly. I must admit, one of the games I called over at TGSS, we actually thought it was going to be a draw, and the team that won is 2 points.
Oh, that's very close.
It was, and we're trying not to scream down.
Yep. Pins and needles, that is through with 4 points. OG also in the pack, eligible to score.
There's some good defence there by TRV. And we have Bonnie benching TRV.
Yes, we love Bonnie with the nice, loud, clear calls. Love to hear it.
Yeah. Bonnie is an integral part of our sport and works with not just TRV, but South Sea and VRDL?
VMRD.
VMRD. And you was one of both.
And also a very respected official as well.
Exactly. And statistician.
Jam is live here with Honeybee and Mad Stacks, both looking for some room on the lines. Honeybee being recycled by Rebecca.
And the TRV doing a great job of holding up Mad Stacks.
Great bridging out the front, but that is lead for Mad Stacks and Ballarat. Another star pass there from TRV. Steve once more with the Jammer star.
All right.
Mad Stacks calls the jam there. Before Steve can hit the pack, 3 more points picked up.
Yes, no. And for the people that are in house today, I'd like to mention there are some raffles, which always have some amazing prices. We have a bake sale and we have some vendors with merch and booty shorts.
Classic.
All right. Feral Ferret is up against Jackrabbit.
Both pushing very hard as the pack squeezes all the way up. Ferret navigating to their success, lead jammer status for the Rat Pack.
So we are down here at the Warragul Leisure Centre. And so I thought I'd better tell you where we are. We're telling you to come on down. Kind of helps if you know where we are.
Oh, bit of a tumble at the back, but everyone's up and all right. Feral Ferret looking to squeeze past those hips and collect some points. Jackrabbit, I believe, still looking on that initial pass, but being caught up there by that's Icarus, Smickerus, and I think that's Splats as well, and Daisy Chainsaw. Stretching that pack out as much as they can. Oh, and a lovely Duke to get through on that initial.
And that was just some lovely cheering there.
We do love a supportive crowd. And if you're on our live stream as well today, we can see your comments. Feel free to send some support and we'll air it in-house as well.
Exactly. And while we're talking about our fan, I'd like to send a bit of a cheerio because we have a game tournament oversight crew this year for the very first time. And unfortunately, 2 of our little gangs are homesick today.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, they decided not to share the germs, but we really miss them.
That's a nice lead for pins and needles for TRV. OG still navigating that pack. But again, as I say that, comes through with initial.
It's always the way we do it. As soon as you call it, it changes.
Every time. And that's some lovely work on the outside line by Kins, just keeping Escape inside to collect those 4 points.
And OG being held up very well by the TRA pack. Okay, and that's been 2 multiplayers calls on cumulative lockers.
That's OG through with some points as well. Kings has lead, but they do have 2 of their blockers now sitting in the penalty box, so they might be looking to try and kill as much of that penalty time as possible.
Okay, it's a nice, strong jam there for TRV.
Yeah, 8 points apiece, but a nice handy lead, points on the board, and smart work there by Bonnie on the bench with Kins trying to maximise how much time is eaten up of those penalties. So
Exactly.
will be a pack advantage here for the Rat Pack. They'll have 4 blockers just to TRV's 3.
Oh, but we've got a team timeout. So Bonnie called the team timeout for TRV. So what's coming up in Derbyland? Actually, I do know something. We're going to be back here in November for Pride Cup.
Pride Cup, yeah.
I love that day. It is such an amazing event to be. So we'll be down here for that. So that's become a really big day on our Derby calendar.
It's got, yeah, absolutely. It's a huge annual event run here by Gippsland Ranges. They do an awesome amount of fundraising and community engagement
and awareness.
Yeah, so it'll be, I believe, it's usually gender ending story against Gippsland and Friends.
Yes, yeah. And then the last couple of years we've had 2 juniors going.
And if you want some news, please do check your phones. The Team Australia Juniors team, the Thrill Seekers, have just announced their lineups for next year's Junior Roller Derby World Cup.
I know, and there will be a lot of people here today who know and support some of those successful juniors.
Absolutely. Our juniors are an integral part. We actually have a couple of aged up juniors playing today. So it's great to see them, and we'll cheer them on in Scotland next year.
Exactly.
We're back underway with Honeybee and Matt Stacks.
I wonder if they'll bring home Lockie, the Loch Ness for us.
Maybe. I'll send my wonderful Dragon City juniors on a secret mission, perhaps.
Yeah. So how many of your juniors?
We were very excited to see 2 of our juniors selected for the upcoming team.
And there's Mad Stacks has a lead. Is Rainbow Smash is with you?
Rainbow Smash, yes, has been selected on the Fem team and will be also sending over KTKO as a coach.
Yes.
Honeybee managing to sneak up the inside with some excellent footwork and is on a power jam.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, so not be a 2-minute jam it's for.
Yes. So yes, I know KTKO's sisters very, very proud.
Absolutely.
So and we're getting some more points picked up there.
Yeah, 4 more points for Honeybee and TRV. As she re-enters the pack. And Mad Stacks re-engages after returning from their penalty.
All right. So
Stack's looking for some more points before this jam times out.
Yeah.
And does collect all four. Nicely done, but that's still a 8-point jam for the Rat Pack, bringing them up to 62 points, and a very handy 12-point jam by Honeybee, bringing TRV up to 25.
So the gap just vanishes.
It does. It only takes a little swing of momentum.
Another thing that we do have happening while we have an official timeout is we do have Worcester Champs coming up.
Yeah, so WFTDA Championships in Malmo, Sweden in October. Don't ask me the date, but we are super excited to see two of our Australian teams head over. So Adelaide Roller Derby and the Victorian Roller Derby League All Stars.
Yeah, and some of those all stars got their start at this very tournament.
It just shows how strong regional development of Derby is for the growth of our sport, and it brings the superstars of tomorrow.
Yes, and they're the ones that also come back and coach and
Officiate. We do have all stars and dual members that come and help us in a variety of capacities.
so yeah, we're very fortunate in that.
Jack Rabbit has come through with lead for TRB, trying to squeeze past as many as they can.
Oh, okay, so that'll be a bit of a recycle.
There is a cut track called on Jack Rabbit. Thought they were through, but alas, not quite. So that is lead lost for TRV, and Feral Ferret now on a power jam.
And it'll be a full 2-minute jam as well.
Yeah, so they've got about 50 seconds to make the most of this. As Ballarat looks to set up ready for some offense. Oh, Ferret back in that pack, pushing hard.
Yeah, some of these walls that the blockers are getting on both sides are so amazing. There's such track awareness and awareness of their co-teamings.
Absolutely. That was a big hit there by Gussie as well. That was great.
Most people, but we like the big hits.
A big hit and a safe hit as well.
I've said about our sport, well, it's the only sport where we'll knock someone down, laugh, and then pick them up and both laugh together.
Absolutely. It's all, people come into roller derby knowing it's a full contact sport, and you will be friendly with the floor and friendly with the people on your team and the other team as well.
Exactly.
All right, OG and Pins and Needles back out to jam. Or Pins trying to look for the inside.
We'll have to recycle just to be safe.
Yeah, that was nicely done by Beck from the Rat Pack.
Yeah.
OG navigating the chaos through with lead jammer status. And Pence also threw on her initial.
We've got just under 12 minutes left of this first half.
That's a bit fast.
It has.
OG collecting more points for the Rat Pack there, as Pins and Needles finds just a skate's worth of room on the inside line.
But that's all it takes sometimes.
It's very sneaky, but very effective.
As I say, sometimes it's the matrix moves that, because I see some, you think, how are they still in? But they are.
Yeah.
I think I've seen you do some.
Never. I would never find a juicy gap on a line. No. All right. For those online, you may just be having a bit of a frozen moment of our screen. We will fix it up. There we go. Thank you for your patience.
It's just a bit glitchy.
It happens. This is Swoop jamming for the first time today for TRV up against Mad Stacks. Oh, that's a big impact on the back of that pack by Swoop. Really nicely done.
That was one we felt from here.
Mad Stacks, though, with lead. And just dancing over the inside line. Beautifully collected 4 points by Mad Stacks. And a big hit recycled by Rebecca. I feel like I've said recycled by Rebecca at least half a dozen times this game already.
Exactly.
And now won by Alice, just to even it out.
Yes, it's surreal to think that we're already at final stages.
Absolutely. Another star pass here to Steve.
But yeah, so to be in August and semis, but that does not mean that the Derby does stop.
Absolutely not. So our finals rounds will occur in Dalesford in September.
Yeah,
which is coming up alarmingly fast. So today's outcomes will determine who places where and for our big finals.
Yeah, I think it's the first time I've had the finals in Dalesford.
We had semis there last year. I only remember because it was a wonderful game against Kingston for us as Chicos. So finals here at Dalesford.
Yeah, you took the goods that time.
That time, Kingston coming out on top of our pool this year, though, in our game earlier, that was also a really good game. But as for this game, that was a lovely 12-point jam there, bringing Ballarat up to 90. TRV kept scoreless in that jam, remaining on 33.
Yes, I just can't wait. I'm starting to see the Christmas bounce starting to come out.
Yeah,
I've seen yours.
Yeah, shamelessly plugged that because I was the person who put that up online. Please mark your diaries. December 6th, the Sunday. Please come up to beautiful Bendigo and skate with us. We'll have a juniors mod con, an adult mod con, a WFTDA full contact, and an open gender full contact. We'd love to see you there.
That is like a full day.
A full day, and you can dress up in your Christmas gear. They'll one of our incredible members dressed as the Grinch last year, down to the green mutlocks.
Oh, I may have to come up.
Do let's. We try and make it a big celebration of the end of the year in Bendigo. Star pass here for TRV. That is Sharp Cheddar now with the star, doing a wonderful one hand down to stay in bounds there.
And there was a bit of body surfing there by Jack Rabbit.
Beautifully done. Mad Stacks looking for more points as Cheds approaches the pack. That's nicely done. Keeping Cheds from scoring there. Sorry, Ched is a colloquial name for Sharp Cheddar, one of my teammates, for those who may be confused. And another 5 points collected for the Rat Pack.
I mean, just because we play a sport where half of us don't know everybody's real name, right? Unless you've got it on like your Insta or your Facebook profile, it's like, what is that name?
Oh, beautiful offense. That was just a wide open inside for Feral Ferret to grab lead.
All right. And we've had a couple of the Rat Pack sent to cool their heels in our penalty bin.
Yeah, there was a bit of confusion as to who was going where, but everyone is where they're meant to be. Feral Ferret looking for more points. Oh, nicely done.
Just swooped in there.
Yeah, that was really nicely done. Just taking a bit of momentum off Feral Ferret.
And that's where Vodacom is such a great thing that we have, because when you see the hits and the speed of the game, Vodacom means that they come in at 50% of pace. So they're getting used to these hits, but not as hard.
Absolutely. It's a real controlled environment for them to learn gameplay and strategy and get used to pushing and being pushed on,
Yeah,
gaining that stability, that game understanding before the hits get bigger and the pace gets faster.
exactly. And it keeps them safe as well, because yes, we scrim at training and we do all those sorts of things, but they're against people we know. We don't come out and play um, tournament level with them.
I find Modcon a really great way at statewide, particularly to connect with other skaters who are learning, go on a developmental journey with people from across the state. You know, I have a pleasure now of being a full contact skater with lots of people that I was in modified contact with, and
Yeah.
it's a continual celebration of everyone's progress.
Exactly. And it's also when you've had an injury, a great way to come back in a safe, controlled environment while you're just getting back to where you need to be.
Back underway here with Pins and Needles and OG. Pins getting a bit of help off the line there by Sharp Cheddar and comes through with lead.
With just under 4 minutes left.
Unfortunately, OG thought they was through, but are being sent to the penalty box, and that is a power jam for TRV.
All right.
TRV getting in amongst there, trying to provide some offensive help. And 4 points collected. Pins and Needles looking for one more scoring pass. And a bit of lovely O there from Cheds, but it is Feral Ferret with the recycle. Unfortunately, not an illegal direction now being sent to the penalty box.
That's getting ready to come up to half time already, and that is absolutely flown.
Oh, so fast.
While you are enjoying our half time, um, uh, as we have people here at bake sale and merch, etc. But if you're with us for the first time, and I'm sure you will notice that today our venue has allowed us to rename the bathrooms.
Yes.
All bathrooms are open gender.
Yes, so you'll find signs on the doors just clarifying which bathrooms have sanitary bins and which ones have urinals, if that's applicable to you. But again, thank you to Warragul Leisure Centre for being so understanding with our community.
Especially when we don't have the open like we're the only ones using the centre today. So
Yeah. Oh, beautifully done by Honeybee, just weaving through the pack for lead.
Honeybees had a really successful first half of this game.
Absolutely. Matt Stacks also threw an initial. They're also having a great game so far. Honeybee recycled, decides that's enough. Gonna call it there before Matt Stacks can get any points. But does collect 1 point off her own, bringing TOB up to 50. Ballarat Roller Derby on 110. I can do that math. That is a 60-point difference. I love round numbers. I can count those ones. Jackrabbit and the Flaming Hot Pants just zooming up the inside for a quick lead for TRV.
I just had to laugh then when you were doing that, Smart. I love it. We haven't mentioned that we have some amazing photographers here today.
Of course.
We have Hawkeye, who is from RXA Sports Photography, and Brett from Crossroads Media. We are so lucky to have such incredible talents taking our pictures.
Absolutely. I do enjoy looking at the wonderful photos of myself.
Yeah.
We do have a third photographer who was so kind enough to show me some shots, but I will grab their name later. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to. I had to come and report commentary duty.
Well, you got to go and get their name.
Jack Rabbit having a really great jam so far. 4 points on the board, looking for more. Hitting the pack hard as Ballarat gives up no room.
And this is the last jam of this half. We're now into overtime of this first half.
Yeah, period clock has expired. Oh, lovely work there by Jack Rabbit. 4 more points.
So 52 points now.
Oh, nicely done, just bursting through that defense. But Ballarat recovering super quickly and reforming a super strong tripod. That's nicely done.
Oh, and there was some nice defense happening against Ballarat just at the back of the pack there.
Offense coming in, looking to help Jack maximize those points. And calling it there. 12 points in hand for that final jam for TRV. 4 points collected by the Rat Pack, bringing us into half time.
And we'll be back in just under 15.
me staring. Got me wearing strange stuff. You think I'm loco? It's just a poncho. Heads are turning one by one. What have you done? Mato waka. Got me yearning. A bonfire trance got me drumming. Sun is rising. Shut the mice in. Shut the mice in. Shut the mice in. Shut the mice. Shut the mice in. Shut the mice in. Shut the mice in. Shut the mice in. Shut the mice. Shut the mice in. Shut the mice in.
I can bring you in mind. I like the way you do it. Love is the only true remedy. I open up to it and I receive it. I am me. I am everything. Skimming by.
It's my call out. Pocahontas, you think I'm loco? You think I'm crazy? Matuaka, Pocahontas, heads are turning one by one. What have you done? Matuaka, Pocahontas, purple goddess, got me wearing crystals. You think I'm loco? Maybe un poco. Heads are burning one by one. This is fun. Abracadabra, inside my chakra. Sit down for a while, meditate, you fly high. Shut the mice in. Shut the mice in. Shut the mice in. Shut the mice. Heads are burning one by one. This is fun.
Polka got mad flow. My rhythm tight, so I stretch like the trees grow.
What?
It's a Matawaka fire show.
We let it burn. If you would trigger, then you must go. The polka no bad beat. My whip kindness, I kill him with the LOV. Yeah. It's a Matawaka fire show. We let it burn in the night. It's my call, y'all. I'm everything.
you're thinking, give me what you're drinking. Tell me what you're thinking, give me what you're drinking. You and me, we got something special, baby. You and me, you and me. I can think this was never meant to happen. You and me, you and me. I can't help it. I can't help it. what you're thinking. Give me what you're drinking. You and me, we got something special, baby. You and me, you and me. I can think this was never meant to happen. You and me, you and me. I can't help it. I can't help it, baby. I can't help it. I can't help it, baby. I can't help it. I can't help it, baby. I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it. Show me the all damn day. Bump in. Show me the all damn day. Stay at home all damn day. Bump in. Show me the all damn day. Stay at home all bump in. Show me the all damn day. Stay at home all damn day. Show me the all damn day.
Rightio, welcome back to our second half. We have Ballarat Roller Derby currently on 114 points and Team Regional Victoria on 62.
So still a fairly close game, but Ballarat has cemented a decent lead heading into this second half. They'll be looking to keep that differential in their favour, lock down TRV, whereas TRV will be looking for a good amount of leads towards their favour. Looks like our officials are getting ready to go, and we'll have pins and needles up with OG to get us started.
Rightio, and we are off in the second half.
Oh, that's a lovely bit of offense there by Alice, just whacking Lady Killaton all the way out of the way. Both jammers pushing hard on some really set, strong tripods.
Someone once asked me to describe derby, and I kind of said rugby on skates.
Yeah, I usually go for NASCAR meets chess.
Ooh, I like that.
You know, you're going in the same direction on an oval track, but there's all about the key placement of your pieces.
Exactly, and it is very tactical. I know when I first got involved with the sport, I just thought, wow, I couldn't understand it. And then as I knew more, I'm like, ooh.
So OG with a nice lead for Ballarat. But Pins and Needles also finding their initial, and OG denies the chance for any points. That's a nice 4-0 jam in favour of the Rat Pack. But the best thing I think, particularly about being in-house watching roller derby, if you are unsure of the rules, our community is full of wonderful people who love yapping about roller derby, and they will happily answer any of your questions. Find someone in a team uniform or some team merch, introduce yourself, and then ask away.
Exactly.
Jack Rabbit and the Flaming Hot Pants up with Mad Stacks. Mad Stacks just hopping over the outside line, a lovely lead.
And in saying that, I suppose we've talked about the star and the star passes and lead. Maybe we should tell people what a star means.
It's essentially the way to collect the points. So if you were comparing roller derby to rugby, the star would be the ball.
Yeah.
So essentially the points reside with the star. So when you do a star pass, the points remain with the person who has the star. But the points can only be collected when that star is displayed on a helmet. If you're holding it in your hands, you are not eligible to collect points. Oh, a bit of a knee slide there by Steve as the last line of defence.
A bit of an air block.
Yeah, it was really nice actually. Very, very smooth. Jackrabbit did pay a little visit to the penalty box, but is back in amongst the pack now.
Oh, that was good swooping there by Swoop.
Lovely stuff.
And if you're watching us for maybe the first time, or you're seeing Team TRV for the first time, they are actually an integral part of our competition, and they're a very unique team in that they are made entirely of players from regional areas.
Yes, absolutely. So we have TRV has skaters represented today from Gippsland Lakes, from Mildura, from Warragul. Some guest skaters usually fill in those ranks. So there's guests today from Dragon City, based in Bendigo, and also from Nerd, based up sort of Waggling
Railway, yeah. And sometimes when we're on the more western side of the state, Rockabellas from Adelaide will come across and guest.
Yep, we do love seeing that happen. But it's also something that's been picked up by other teams, the idea of, okay, we haven't got quite enough numbers to field our own team, let's combine. So you'll see teams like Breaking News, which is Nerd and Westside Roller Derby, and we also just saw Sydney. Yeah, South Sea, Salty Beaches, and who am I missing?
Oh,
Gippsland, sorry, thank you.
yeah.
Our hosts, obviously.
Yep. But no, and I know Geelong, who are playing in the next game. This has been their first year as a standalone league playing statewide.
Absolutely.
They were Pivot City with
With
Gippsland.
Yes. So great to see that these clubs are still experiencing huge amount of growth. Our sport is growing. We're seeing great numbers in our modified contact in our juniors. As Feral Ferret is just having an absolute screamer of a jam. That's 4 more points on the board. Honeybees still looking to get through that pack as well. And, ooh, Jam Run Jammer. Maybe looking to offer a bit more defence. But Feral Ferret through with another 4 points. This is already a 16-point jam for the Rat Pack.
Yes, I think we are very lucky with our sport in that it continues to grow and develop. Coming off the back of that time we don't talk about anymore, a lot of leagues did not have numbers to resume playing or resume, but they were by the wayside. So to see so many leagues expanding is really good.
All right, looks like there was a fair bit going on in the last little bit of that jam. Honeybee electing to be the fourth defensive player. Ballarat looking to the officials for a penalty. They're all coming in for a quick chat, presumably about that. But there was a couple of recycles right at the end of that jam there. So just determining where everyone re-entered and making sure that was all legal.
Yes.
So for those who may be new, when you are knocked out of bounds in roller derby, you must re-enter behind the person who knocked you out and anybody else who was in front of you. We call that superior position. So even the person that knocked you out, you may get recycled or run back by someone who was in front of you, and you still have to re-enter behind them. Can be a bit soul crushing at times, jamming and being forced all the way back.
Yeah.
But that was a really incredible jam there by Feral Ferret. 23-point jam. That's a mammoth effort, and also keeping TRV scoreless in that jam. So that's putting them up to almost a 100-point lead. I won't do exact math because I'm terrible.
98.
Ballarat leading on 161 points, TRV on 63.
And unlike the big sports, we don't have like video refs or anything. So if there is any potential that our officials will just call it, okay, timeout. What did you see? What did I see?
Yeah.
Etc.
It's really wonderful. It's our officials are often affectionately known as Team Zebra. Because they do work as a team. We have this many officials for a reason. There's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of different penalties that can occur in roller derby. So they have to work together and communicate together to make sure that the gameplay continues in a positive direction, that everyone's safe and enjoying the game. So big thank you always to our officials.
Exactly. And we have so many because they were looking at different angles.
Absolutely.
Even just having 3 refs on the outside, they're all looking for different things.
Absolutely. And I believe this will be an official review as well, so I'll go figure out what's going on.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Okay, now an official review is something that both teams have a one on in each time. It's a chance for them to say, I don't agree with that, or hey, you missed something. What happens is the requesting team will state their case, then the officials will go and have a little huddle, and then they will come back with a verdict. If it is upheld, they retain their official review. However, if it is unsuccessful, they lose that chance to review it. All right. Okay, so I have the tea coming back. All righty.
Love a bit of gossip. So the official review was called by the Rat Pack, and it was about that bit of confusion at the end of that last jam. So the official review requested, Ballarat have requested for a cut track penalty to be issued to the Honeybee as the jammer for an illegal re-entry.
Okay.
So the officials will have a little chin wag in the middle and go over their events and who was where and come to an official decision.
Dun, dun, dun.
And again, for those who may be new or not quite understand, official reviews can be called at any time by the bench coaches. You receive 1 official review per half. If you are successful, you can keep that review for a maximum of 2 per half. If you lose that review, it's gone. So if Ballarat wins this review, they'll have the opportunity to use another one. But if they are unsuccessful, no more official reviews for Ballarat this game.
And in the meantime, our light skaters are going, oh, yes, we can breathe for a few minutes.
Yeah, breather's always handy. I think both these teams are on a 3, maybe 4 jammer rotations. It's always good just to have a little bit of a breather, resettle yourselves, talk about your strategy, gameplay, what's working, what's not working.
And to get into your head of like, okay, this is how it's feeling.
Absolutely. And allow the bench crew to provide some really good pep talks.
And lollies.
Always. There's always sugar on the bench somewhere. But yeah, lots of roller derby still to come. So as you mentioned before, our next game will be the Great Southern Slam rematch between the Witches of Eastwick and Geelong Bloody Marys. So that's all very exciting, followed by Dragon City Chinder Rollers taking on the South Sea Banshees. And our final game this evening will be the Kingston City Rollers
taking on News.
Taking on Breaking News, indeed.
Okay.
Well, looks like there is 2 jammers on track, so I do not believe Ballarat was successful in that official review. But OG took that maybe a bit personally and just absolutely steamed through for a lovely quick lead.
All right.
Pins and Needles also threw on an initial in amongst the pack, but OG getting the call to keep going.
Yes, and in the upcoming games, South City, you're playing South Sea, aren't you?
Yes.
And South Sea took out G3 at TGSS
Oh, they had
this year.
a wonderful game.
It was a good game, I must admit. I actually was fortunate enough to be calling that game.
We now have a power jam for OG and the Rat Pack. Pins and Needles now sitting in the penalty box for a cut penalty.
But this TRV pack is getting really strong.
Yeah, absolutely. They're really finding their rhythm. OG, though, is a wonderful jammer and having a really good game.
And it's great to see the way the team at TRV are playing because they don't get to train together.
No, it's a real testament to the skill of the players available on that roster that they don't have the opportunity to be together until it's game day, and they always go out on the track and give it their all.
And I noticed down in Geelong because they had a late game, then an early game. It was Saturday. And that second game, it was seamless. It was so good.
Beautiful. So this will be in a power start here for Mad Stacks and the Rat Pack. Mad Stacks, a bit of penalty confusion, but has acquired lead jammer status. Pins and Needles out from the bin, in amongst the pack, looking for that initial.
Tight bunch up there around the back of turn 3.
Pins and Needles also threw in that initial as Mazdax looking for more points for the Rat Pack. And just glide straight through the middle. That looked a little too easy. That was beautifully done. Pins and Needles also eligible for points, looking to get past Rat Pack defense, but that is no easy feat. As TRV looks to lock down that defense out at the front.
And when our blockers are scoring points, it's actually getting past the hits of the opposing team. So we now have a power jam for the last seconds of this jam.
Yeah, so Mad Stacks sent to the penalty box with the forearms. So a 30-second power jam opportunity here for pins and needles and TRV.
And I just remembered another group of people that we forgot to mention and say hi and thank you to, and that is our wonderful first aiders from Deadly Sports Plus. They provide wonderful first aid services for us at most of our tournaments. They also do first aid training and sell first aid kits. So if you're in the market for having your workplace trained, a new first aid kit, check them out. They're on the socials, they're online, and tell them Derby sent you.
Absolutely. They're here for every event we do, so cannot thank Deadly Sports Plus enough.
I know. They're the people that we don't want to see, but we are so glad when we do need to see them.
The invisible heroes.
All right.
It's a lovely quick lead for Feral Ferret. There was some great offense provided by the Rat Pack to just clear open the inside.
And a bit of a stats on to Wayne towards back three. It's about this time when the first team really starts kicking in. And because, see, I'm lucky, I get to sit and watch and talk all day. But yourself and many others both not only play, but ref on skates as well. So the amount of physical strength and aerobic capacity to be able to do that, it is quite admirable.
Oh, well, stop. You'll go straight to my head.
I know.
No, a lot of people, as we're saying, do full double duty, triple duty, and it's the work of these volunteers that keeps our sport going. You know, we are a niche sport with a niche community, and I think it's something we should all be very proud of ourselves for helping each other out. You know, not just as announcers, photographers, officials, but also as guest skaters, as bench crew.
One of the best things I think I ever saw last year was East Coast Clash.
Great.
We had a situation where there was a cyclone in Queensland and half the Queensland team couldn't get down, and yet the entire Derby community that weekend said, "You need a guest? Let us know." So they were able to field teams because they had half their team already down. Yeah, but that's such a nice, you know. And I remember talking to some of them and saying, "Hey, you guys, you know, is it your area impacted?" And like they were going, "Well, yeah," and some weren't. But it was, they just said it was so, they felt really stoked that so many people were concerned and said, "Hey, we'll play."
Absolutely, our community is wonderful. It was the same thing I think happened last year also with the Open Gender Tournament, Otter.
Oh, yes.
It was in the middle of flu season, so people were dropping like flies, getting sick. But we had so many guests across all the teams. You know, I guested that weekend. I know Cyclo, a skater from Geelong, I think played 7 games or something ridiculous over the course of 3 days.
And those two tournaments were at the same venue. First one was stinking hot. Oh, the second one was freezing cold.
Yeah.
There was no happy medium.
No. Looks like we are about to be underway. It is a micro pack for TRV.
And OG just blew out.
Yeah, well, there's only one blocker to stand in your way. It makes life a little easier. And a bit of a revolving door here happening for TRV. One blocker out, one blocker back in, but they now have 2 friends on the track as OG looks for 4 points. And there come the reinforcements to help out Honeybee. And there's a start pass there to Steve for TRV as OG re-engages with that pack and just bursts through the outside.
We are just over 17 minutes left in this second half. And Ballarat have hit the 200.
That's a nice start pass there by Steve for TRV, but a lovely 8-point jam, as you said, bringing the Rat Pack up to 200 points. TRV is sitting on 71. Rat Pack have really come into the second half really strong and just built on that points differential really nicely.
And I think they've taken advantage of the official review, that bit of a break as well. When you've had a long official timeout, then a review, can I put one of either ways? You really consolidate or you cool down too much.
Yep. So that is Jack Rabbit through with a beautiful lead for TRV. Mad Stacks also through on their initial.
Some great defensive work there around turn 4, coming down to turn 1.
Beautifully done by Jack, just juking from the inside straight through the middle.
And so, that was beautiful.
Sharp cheddar with a bit of a self-sacrifice to hold open the outside lane there for Jack. Beautifully done.
And that's just what happens when you know your team so well.
It does help that Jack does come and skate with us at Dragon City pretty well, so they're a bit familiar with Ched's style.
Yeah.
And that was exactly what TRV needed. So 12 points, 8 points still picked up by the Rat Pack, but TRV really needing a bit of momentum in their favour.
So yeah, no, we're it is a case of sometimes just knowing that spot is going to be there.
Yes. And it's something that you do as a jammer. If you see your own blocker in the way, sometimes it's just they must be sacrificed for the points. Both teams doing a really good job of locking it down. Pins and Needles looking for some gaps on the line as Feral Ferret looks to push their way through the middle.
A bit of a recycle there.
Yeah, both teams doing a great job at reforming that defense. But it is Pins and Needles with lead. That momentum building again for TRV. Feral Ferret looking to make the most of that no-pack scenario, but TRV doing a really good job of staying in that 2-wall.
Oh, it's made it's great.
That was really nicely done by Swoop and Steve there, as Pins comes through with 4 more points for TRV.
And with that, Steve has, Pins has called the jam off.
Another official review, I'll get the gloss.
Alrighty. Alrighty, what's going on?
Okay, gossip acquired once more, my favourite thing to do. Okay, so the official review has been brought forward by TRV. Bench coach Bonnie is looking for a cut track penalty to be issued on Feral Ferret, the Rat Pack jammer, believing that they were knocked out of bounds but ceded position while remaining on the track, not removing themselves from the track to see behind the player that had knocked them out. So that is what has been requested, and the officials will go over the occurrences of that jam and come to their decision.
Okay.
Yeah, so a little, again, roller derby rules can be quite tricky. Essentially, what I was saying before was if you do get knocked out of bounds, you have to yield position behind the person that knocked you out or anyone with superior position. You must do so by exiting the track boundary and coming in, so going out of bounds, coming in behind and re-entering the track behind those players.
All right. And we have got a comment from Ashley, who is saying, great work out there, TRV.
Absolutely. Both teams having an absolutely wonderful game. I'm seeing some wonderful stuff from both sides. All right, so it looks like the decision is being handed down, and we will find out if the Ballarat jammer is required to report to the penalty box or not. Doesn't look like it. OG has taken the start on the jammer start line, so it does look like TRB have been unsuccessful with their official review. Everyone's just waiting to get back underway. There's just some official business officially happening. So again, if you are in-house and you're looking to fill some time between the end of this game and the start of the next, please do visit the vendors at the front. Put your dollars in for your chance to win a raffle prize. Look at the photos from our wonderful photographers and support your local roller derby. We are back with Honeybee and OG.
And do we have another message here from Snowpiopath? Ghost Billy, a wonderful day, bird.
That's right. It is Philly Loomis's debut in full contact for the Rat Pack. I forgot about that.
And can I just send a big get well to my partner in crime, Sophiopath? Because I missed my road trip buddy today.
And that was lovely work by Honeybee, just spinning around Rat Pack defense for 4 points. Oh, lovely work there by Sharp Cheddar with the recycle on OG.
Okay. So it's a fast-moving pack, this jam.
Yeah, they're going. They're really hustling, aren't they? It is Honeybee with lead, but both jammers have points on the board. Oh, beautiful work on the inside line there by OG. That was really nice footwork. And Honeybee having enough and calling the jam there. Looks like a just confirmation of the jammer referees of how many points were collected before the call-off, but it is an 8-point jam there for Ballarat. An additional 2 points for TRV, so a 10-point total jam. Oh, this is fun. I'm seeing Alice on the jam start line for the first time today. This is, I love an Alice jam. Oh, I'm excited. Up against Jack Rabbit. Oh. Oh no, Alice thought she was through, unfortunately incurring a penalty as Jack Rabbit is recycled by Rebecca. And
against that plow through the pack.
Alice does wonderful offense. It's a player that we constantly look out for, just knowing that those hits are coming and they're coming hard. Her strength is a real asset. But Jack, making the most of this power jam, now has lead. As Alice back in amongst the pack, trying to push her way through. And is out on her initial. Jack looking for points. Ducks under the outside and meets Gussie out the front. Oh! Yeah, a bit of high contact there, but to her absolute credit, Rebecca immediately removing herself for that penalty there. Jack calling the jam there. And everyone giving each other a bit of a pat on the back. They're all right. They're all good. You know, contact game, sometimes you end up with arms and body in the wrong place. But, you know, if you just admit what you've done and go to the penalty box, we're all good. Accidents happen, but everyone was okay. And that is a 6-point jam for Alice and the Rat Pack, and 4 more points collected by Jackrabbit for TRV. So that brings TRV breaking the century mark.
Awesome.
Up to 102. Ballarat ahead to 22.
We've got just over 10 minutes left, and we are having a team timeout at the moment.
Yeah, TRV calling this timeout here.
Just feeling it's getting a bit chilly again.
Yeah, I was all nice and warm reffing the last game, and now I've cooled all the way back down again. So, yeah, please do stick around. We will have the hotly anticipated TGSS rematch between the Witches and Krakens up next.
I'm so excited for that game because I got to call it in Adelaide, and it was awesome because I was calling with a SA caller.
Lovely.
And I'm like, so no mistakes.
It's handy, isn't it? No, really looking forward to this match. Both are very strong teams. So,
yeah.
Don't even know who to cheer for, really.
No, well, see, that's, you know.
Cheer for Dirty.
Get to be, yeah, no, yeah, it's great to call games, but it's even better when you know the players.
Absolutely.
It's such a big event. We've mentioned TGSS, and what that is, for those who don't know, it's called the Great Southern Slam. It is held every 2 years in Adelaide, and it is the largest tournament in the Southern Hemisphere.
Yes.
So 3 full days of derby.
So almost through, but unfortunately, Pins and Needles picking up a cut penalty. So this is lead and a power jam for Feral Ferret and the Rat Pack. Ferret hitting the pack pretty hard as it all bunches on that first apex.
And also, just for those of you who might be getting a bit hungry, we do have some snacks at the front canteen there, but I'm hoping that there is also another canteen behind us in the basketball stadium, and they usually do a mean chips and potato gates.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll need some food before my game. That sounds great.
Derby calories don't count.
No, they don't. That was really nicely done by TRV. I saw some great recycling by Sharp Cheddar, managing to keep Feral Ferret only to 4 points in that jam as we reset here with OG and Honeybee. Jam is underway. OG looking at the inside, swooping to the outside. Honeybee pushing hard at the back. And that's just smart jamming by OG, breaking pack to their advantage. And that's another star pass there to Steve. That's our star pass superstar today. She's taken plenty of those. Doing a great job.
Yes. It's great when you have a pivot that is so strong in both blocking and jamming.
It's a real double threat. And Steve, also one of our previously mentioned products of Junior Roller Derby.
Ah,
So, been
yes, I know a lot of teams. I know Kingston have played that went to the World when they were in Brisbane,
Mhm.
and has been skating up with us for a couple of years now.
lovely. All right, Matt Stacks and Jack Rabbit to get us back underway.
All right, so yeah, Mad Stacks was able to get through. Meanwhile, Jack Rabbit's been held up.
Stacks looking to dance on the line. Yeah, a signature move for them. But just slipping out of bounds, recycling behind Cal Crusher there. And that's a star pass now from Jack Rabbit to Sharp Cheddar. Ched's having to get past Daisy Chainsaw and Feral Ferret there. Nicely done there by Cheds. With a thumbs up. And a really nice timed call off by Mad Stacks, keeping TRV scoreless in that jam. 3 points collected for Mad Stacks. So just under 7 minutes now. We're getting really to the pointy end. Ballarat with a bit of a healthy lead, but TRV not making it easy as we have Pins and Ferret back up to jam.
All right, yeah, and we have a right pack blocker in the bin. But both defensive packs are doing some amazing work holding their opposing jammers up.
Yeah.
Sort of heading down towards turn 3.
Yep. Monk from TRV in amongst the pack looking to provide some O as things get a bit tight and a bit messy. It does, yep, Ferret through with lead, navigating the chaos to the advantage of Ballarat. Lovely last line of defense there by Rebecca, forcing the recycle on Pins. And now Alice's turn for the big recycle. And some love here on the live chat for TRV. I see you there, Mama Mayhem. Ferret in, scoring points. Believe initial still being looked for by TRV, but this is a star pass to Steve. Another one. Beautifully done by Feral Ferret, just gliding on through, making it look easy. And it's not. It's not easy.
It's not easy. And I just thought when we're seeing the comments and all that, we are proudly brought to you by Sports Connection Australia. We have the wonderful Jen here, who is very technically minded and gives us all the good toys to play with.
I know we have like a full board with all the lineups and the rosters.
It's no easy feat to organise a stream that goes off and on all day.
And to transport it around the state for all the different events that we do. So big thank you to Jen, our lovely team of volunteers running Sports Connection Australia today.
All right, so we have OG and Honeybee.
OG looking for room on the outside, gets past Jack Rabbit and acquires lead.
And we are down to just over 4 minutes, which could still be 5 jams, let's face it.
Oh, we've seen it before. Honeybee still looking for that initial as OG puts points on the board. Oh, that's a beautiful star pass to Jack Rabbit there. That was really nicely done by OG there.
And those of you that are in house today, it might be your first time watching Derby live. At the conclusion of the match, there will be an opportunity for the spectators to come and stand on the outside pink line and give our players a bit of a high five.
It is tradition.
It is. It's the first time I saw a tournament and that happened, I thought I found my people.
Absolutely. Matt Stacks through with lead, but we are seeing the first jam today from Sharp Cheddar. We've seen her take a couple of star passes.
Well, there's some good pushing through there happening.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but Alice, that's Gussie and Rebecca with just incredible defense there. Matt Stacks with 4 points on the board, looking for more as Sharp Cheddar finds that initial.
Yeah, I think she sliced their way through the pack like a true knight. It was just sharp.
Oh, very nice.
Tish, I know.
Not bad, not bad.
By the end of the day, the jokes get really, really bad.
Yeah. It's almost a shame that she is wearing a helmet cover because she has a really fun cheese-themed helmet. One of our incredible club members hand-painted her helmet for her, so it looks like it's made of Swiss cheese.
Well, I know one of the witches, April O'Neill, has a Ninja Turtle.
Oh,
It has a
April's
Ninja
all good.
Turtle.
I see you in here, April. Shout out. You're a fashion superstar. Feral Ferret and Pins battling out as Pins takes lead for TRV.
Yes, and Slaughtermelon, I can see. Oh, not Slaughtermelon, Melonhead, I can see there. Love that as well. Although we have our team colours and our uniforms, there is a degree to really show your personality.
Mm-hmm.
Just through your helmet, the way your skates look.
Absolutely. Pins in the pack looking to score points. I believe Ferret's still looking for that initial. And as I say that, Pins does collect those 4 points.
Okay.
And Ferret through on the initial. I guess commentator's curse today. That's more than it looks like we'll have room for one more jam.
Yeah.
One single point additional there for TRV, so a 5-point jam, bringing them to 107. Ballarat still healthily ahead by at 257, with what is possibly, likely, our last jam.
Yes.
Honeybee and OG up for this last one here, both pushing hard. OG looking to steamroll through the front, breaks pack, grabs lead.
And there's a big touch of players down around turn 3.
That's a very quick star pass there from Honeybee, straight to Steve as soon as that lead was called. But it is Rebecca once more with this big recycle all the way to the back.
And we have emptied the time clock, so this is our last jam.
Oh, I love when I'm right. A great work there by OG, navigating through 4 points. Oh. Ooh. So nice hit there from Honeybee. Everyone's ooh, but there was a nod of approval there from Rebecca. As in, hey, that was good. Big cheers for Steve coming through as the pivot turn jammer for TRV.
Yeah.
It is OG still with lead.
And with that, we have an official end of game. what we'll wait for now is the officials just to dot the I's and cross the T's and make sure everything's fine.
Mostly you just go over there and just tell each other how great you are and how much we love each other.
Exactly.
But absolutely incredible effort for both our teams here. Looks like our jam refs are happy, but we'll just wait for the rolling whistle. Right on cue.
All right. So I'd like to invite our spectators to come on down, give our skaters a high five and elbow of congratulations. My name's Sparks. I'm going to be with you for the next game, but my friend here, Kilbo, is going to go get ready to play.
Yeah, I'm going to go get warmed up. So thank you for joining us. Our final score, Ballarat taking the win, 263 TRV on 107. Thank you for joining us.
No worries. See you soon.